So Carrie Kennedy, who's part of the Kennedy clan, the Camelot of America clan, was married to Andrew Cuomo, and Ghislaine Maxwell attended this wedding. So, again, Cindy McCain told everyone in 2020 that they all knew what Jeffrey Epstein was doing. But so that would include the Kennedys, because they're an elite family. All the elites knew. All the high-class wealthy, especially in political circles or in the high science department research areas of universities, because Epstein was funding science research. But the Kennedys would have known even more so because they were friends with Ghislaine Maxwell. And apparently, RFK Jr. has changed his story a couple times. It was once he was on 2 flights of Epstein's, then it was 1 time. So, okay. I'm sure it was just innocent. Sure it was. But what is bothersome about this and what infuriates me, but then I'm just one of the little people, right? To these people, to the Kennedys, to the political class, to the wealthy, most of them, and to the higher educated research departments of the Harvard or Yale or any of those Ivy League universities. I'm just a middle class nobody to you. So you don't think you think you own this planet? You think that you have a right to keep this information from people? So I've tried over the past several years to look at it from their eyes, to put myself in their shoes. And because Cindy McCain said everybody was afraid of Epstein, and there was nobody legal wise that would go after him. They were all afraid of him. So I think, okay, we know he operated much of a blackmail type operation too. So, okay, I try to be understanding of that. But then what infuriates me about all of you elites, all of you higher educated and high class people that knew all about this shit, is then you went after the very man that was willing to do something about him and that was trying to tell the average people of America that you people don't seem to give a shit about. You attacked that man. Instead of backing him, you media too, you all ripped him over the coals. That's what infuriates me. What does that say about your character? You Kennedys who stay silent about all this. But then you always ran in those liberal circles, didn't you? I mean, how many universities are named after the Kennedys? And this is the video. You can find it, but this is when it was in 2020, Cindy McCain on human trafficking. That's when she made the statements. I'm going to show you exactly the statements she made. She was at the McCain Institute, board chair and wife of the late Senator John McCain, discussed human trafficking and slavery at the annual International University State of World Conference in Miami. So when she says everybody knew, that meant everybody. That would have been Andrew Cuomo. And how much did Andrew Cuomo attack Donald Trump, most especially during COVID, the way you Democratic governors carried on? Cindy McCain, the widow of late Senator John McCain, blasted authorities who were afraid to arrest convicted sex trafficker Jeffrey Epstein, even though everyone knew what he was doing. Epstein was hiding in plain sight, said Cindy McCain. We all knew about him. We all knew what he was doing, but we had no legal aspect that would go after him. They were afraid of him. For whatever reason, they were afraid of him. So I can be empathetic there, okay, if politicians were being blackmailed. But then when you see somebody as brave as Donald Trump step forward and does something about this trash, and then instead of backing him, what you media, what you podcasters, what you people did was you dissected, you ridiculed, you accused, you defamed, you attacked the Trump family, the very family that was trying to do something about it. That's what infuriates me. And then, for you people like that were in former administrations, like maybe part of HUD, but have been running around for the past few years, telling everybody about the banking and the globalism, yet you turn around, and I can't remember her name, but I had emailed her after seeing her on a podcast. She was in Bush Senior's administration. She was head of HUD. I can't remember her name. It doesn't even matter. But when I saw that I only emailed with her a few times, but I told her, no, Trump's doing something about trafficking. But even she was cold at Trump. And then she turned around and backed Kennedy. So you didn't want to back, you people didn't want to back the man that was doing something about trafficking or telling the American people he said they do not have your best interest at heart. He was talking to the poor. He was talking to the middle class because he knew these elites. He was the one willing to do something about it. But then you got to turn on a podcast and hear what a hero Elon Musk is, and Vivek, and RFK. Yet none of those elites want to say the truth, do they? Jeffrey Epstein reportedly wanted to seed the human race with his DNA as part of his fascination with transhumanism. Of course, all the same things: trafficking, the science elitism, all these genome labs, the transhumanists, which are tied to the globalists. All part of the same problem, all connections. Over many years, Epstein wined and dined a number of notable scientists and peppered them with questions and his own opinions about human genetics, according to the Times. He invited scientists to lavish parties and dinners, sponsored their attendance at conferences, and even funded their research. At many of these gatherings, Epstein would talk to researchers about DNA superior humans and his plans for inseminating women at his ranch. Yes, his plan, which was to inseminate 20 women. It was not a secret, the Times wrote. Another thing that wasn't a secret: the concept of eugenics breeding an improved human race by encouraging only intelligent and healthy people to have more children emerged toward the end of the 19th century. In the United States and Germany, those who championed eugenics also stoked fears of race degeneration, suggesting that the human race would become weaker, sicker, and less intelligent due to the higher reproductive rates among poor people and people of color. There is no evidence to suggest that Epstein took any steps towards making his vision a reality, meaning he didn't get the 20 women pregnant. But the idea reportedly stemmed from Epstein's interest in the philosophy of transhumanism, the belief that people can and should artificially enhance the human body using modern technology. Oh, who else wants to do that? Oh, Elon Musk. Oh, just a coincidence though, right? Sure it is. Just like it's just a coincidence that Ghislaine Maxwell knew the Kennedys, but they didn't know anything about what Epstein was doing. Even though Cindy McCain said everybody knew. Everybody in the elite class. And all of you people and all of your podcaster buddies that protect all of you. They protect the very people that were attacking Donald Trump. If you people in your elite class were so afraid of Epstein and what he was doing, then you would have had Donald Trump's back. Instead, all you media, many of you podcasters, all you politicians on the left and the right, you tried to destroy Donald Trump, the very man that is braver than anybody in this country, hell, maybe even the world at this point, because of all the hell he's had to put up with, and all just because he was trying to tell us, the people, what all of you have been doing.